How you doing, family? I was like everybody else. I was watching TV the other day when they announced that they was shutting down the NBA and baseball, even closed down the church, all because of this coronavirus. But that didn't really bother me. The thing that bothered me the most was the fact that one of the simplest safeguards to protect yourself from this virus was the act of washing your hands. And here in Detroit, a lot of people got their water shut off. And they can't even protect themselves by doing that. And that little simple thing like washing your hands, we can't even do that. This, the state of our people in this country is absolutely embarrassing. And it all stems from our lack of unity and self-determination. When you look at all the money we spend for goods and services and don't own or control not one of them, if we control just one of them, what we spend on food alone will create thousands of jobs for us so that we could have the ability to at least earn money as we see fit and at least pay our bills. I cannot see how we as a people, we can't own a water company, we can't own an electric company, but we can't even own a job. We can't create our own jobs so that we can at least earn some money to provide or to pay for these services. We gotta work for somebody else, then take that money and then give to somebody else. And this to be this vulnerable at this date, this stage in this world is just, it's embarrassing. But this is not the only vulnerability we have as a people. You've seen it, I've seen it on TV, Facebook, whatever. I see the officer walk into the classroom, take the little girl, pick her and the desk up, and throw her on her head. No remorse, no fear of comeback or nothing. You took somebody's child and just picked her up and threw her on the head. Here you got the boy participating in the wrestling tournament and just up and decide to cut his hair off. No counsel. Don't call his parents. Don't check to see if this is okay. No, just chopped his hair right off. This is how vulnerable we are as a people. They can do anything they want to do to us. And what are we doing? Nothing. You know, it's almost as bad as being locked up in jail and given a $50 bond. And you sitting there looking around stupid because you ain't even got $50 to get out of jail. That's embarrassing. You know, as a man, if I try to talk to a woman and to bring her on my team and show her a different way of life, I can't leave her just as vulnerable as she was when I first met her. I have to elevate her above her struggle. Otherwise, what am I there for? You know, and that should not just be my mentality. That should be anybody's mentality that takes money, that's part of an organization that our people are paying to protect them. If they are struggling before you get there, they should not be struggling after you get there. If I can't elevate a woman above her struggle, I shouldn't be there, and neither should any organization that these people are funding. But I see it too many times. You have a woman will have a guy sitting right there in the home playing video games all freaking day while her bills is falling behind. She trying to figure out how to make ends meet, and you got a whole Negro sitting on the couch playing video games, and you trying to figure this out on your own. Here you got whole organizations supposed to have national this and action that and association and all this and that, and you still struggling. You can't send your children anywhere and they be protected. There isn't a business or industry that's out there that we can go in that we are treated as equal. They can turn around and ban us, limit us, or just flat out deny us access anytime they want to, because they have the right to refuse service. But if you built your own and you supported your own, then they can't do that then. You know, our social agenda, whatever organization you're in, whatever church you belong to, should center on the most vulnerable needs of our people. Whatever vulnerability we have, it should be some type of agenda to address it so we can live beyond that or above it. If they block you from over here, hey, come over here. We got you over here. And it's just sad. If we took the money that we spend on automobiles, clothes, hair, video games, just one of them would change the game altogether. And you know this. As a people, you know this. Now imagine if we combined all of those. You look at a hair product, food, clothing, shoes, and we all came together and built businesses around that. They're in organizations or industries to support them. There would be nothing we couldn't do then. And they all would be exclusively ours. They would have one agenda, us. Because when you look at where we at now in this country, we are last. And if anybody is going to get help, we're going to be the last ones to get help. Start your own, and you will be at the top of the list, and you will have only one priority: our people. You know, this is why I want to take this time to introduce an organization that I want to start. An organization that I believe will be the end of all organizations. Well, I'm not going to say the end of all organizations, but other organizations will can pattern themselves after and can even join, because I believe a lot of organizations started out with good intentions, but just scared to say to Whitey, you know, this is not good enough. We can do better for our people. So they capitulate and operate just so Whitey can maintain control and just offer false hope to our people. I'm beyond that. I'm going to tell Whitey, what you're doing is not good enough for my people. And I believe we can do better for us than you can do for us. So right now I'm going to introduce you to my organization and my ambition for my people, and that's H.O.O.M.E, healing ourselves of mental enslavement, and the citizens of the African order. These are two in one. And H.O.O.M.E is basically an organization where we will fund our private businesses and industries, where we will go to get financing, where we will go to get refuge, where we will go to get love, counsel, understanding, where we will go to associate and be support to one another. The citizens of the African order is going to put everything in order. It's going to lay out the laws and the rules of citizenship, how to get it and how to keep it. I believe with these two ambitions, we can not only just change the lives of blacks in this country, we can change the lives of blacks in the world, wherever we are at on this planet. H.O.O.M.E and the citizens of the African order should be there. And I call it H.O.O.M.E for short. But we are all going to be children under the order. These are going to be rules specifically for our people, financing specifically for our people. And yes, we're going to have to finance it ourselves, but the way it's structured, it'll pay us citizens more than what y'all pay to get it started. And yes, you can do that. And I will do a follow-up video to explain exactly how we can do that. Because, we can't keep doing what we're doing. If you a man and you sitting there watching your woman struggle, or you're an organization and you watching your people struggle, you're not part of the struggle with them. You're just a witness. You're just sitting there watching. You ain't doing anything to make their lives better. And if you ain't doing anything to make their lives better, then get out the way and let somebody else step in and show you how it's done. And if I'm gonna close this video out with this. You should not have to wonder if whomever you're associated with can show you the light at the end of the tunnel. Because I am the light, says Jesus in John 8:12. And those who follow me will not be in darkness. Jesus said that, and he meant it. Today, I'm saying it, and I mean it. My people will not be in darkness. They will walk in light. They will be able to see and touch things that we build together. It'll be no more hope, placing our hopes on wishes and prayers. We're going to have real, tangible things that you can see, touch, be a part of, and share with your people. So again, I want to welcome you to the beginning of H.O.O.M.E and the citizens of the African order. And with this video and every video I do, it is for the complete liberation of my people. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video.